Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you my Sony A7S3 camera rig that I like to use for portrait video. Some people will say, why not shoot landscape and then scale up in post-production? But if you were shooting for a client, you want this to be the highest quality possible, especially when these videos are quite heavily compressed when published to social media. This is why I like to use the full resolution from the camera's sensor. Let's take a look at what accessories I use to build this rig. I currently shoot with the Sony A7S3, so this firstly required a cage. I then took what is meant to be a top handle and attached this to one side using a mini NATO rail. On the opposite side, I then connected a wooden grip to a rosette mount. This combination gives me a very solid camera to work with. As you can see, all of these parts are made by SmallRig. I tend to stick with SmallRig accessories because of how cheap they are in relation to their build quality, and I've never had an issue with any of their parts. What is portrait video? It's very simple. If you take a landscape video, which is most commonly a 16:9 ratio or 1920 by 1080, and turn this 90 degrees, you then have a portrait composition, which then has the ratio of 9:16 or 1080 by 1920. Portrait images and videos are becoming the preferred format amongst companies and brands, so they are slowly shifting from showcasing on national television and cinema advertisement to publishing on their website and social media platforms. We as the viewer almost always watch this content on our smartphones. And what's the best format for smartphones? Portrait. How to be creative with portrait video. If you were posting a video onto, let's say, an Instagram story or a reel, you don't want to make this more than 60 seconds long. I tend to stick around the 30-second mark, but you can even go as short as 15 seconds. This is because as humans, we do not have a very long attention span, so the key is to keep it short and to get the visuals and the messaging across all at the same time. There are endless ways to configure a portrait video. Let me just go over a few examples of some of them. In this DJ set teaser, I kept it fairly basic by scaling up a few drone shots and some GoPro clips to fill the screen. I like to include the landscape format in there by duplicating them. It's usually 3 of the same clip stacked on one another, which I then cut to the music. I commonly overlay a clip on top of another, which gives it a framing effect, as you can see here. This example is much faster paced and uses different shapes and overlays to showcase the footage. To improve the flow of the edit, I used a lot of layers and masks to transition from one clip to the next, like this. In this last one, I used a hybrid of effects and layouts from the previous 2. This is one of the shoots I made use of my portrait rig, and again incorporating lots of mask transitions and framing shots by scaling a clip down and using another playing in the background. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys found that helpful. Please hit the subscribe button and I will see you guys in the next one.